Great. So, Youssouf,
Yes.
welcome to the podcast at Horizon Deep Tech in Madrid.
Thank you for having me.
Almost straight on the floor of the convention itself, in the middle of chaos and slamming doors and speakers, but we'll manage through it all. We'll manage through it.
We will.
Yes. So we've invited you to join the podcast to learn more about you and the organization you're here with. But before we deep down into the organization and we geek out about something, let's take a step back and if you would mind then to introduce yourself to us.
My name is Youssouf Traore. I'm originally from the Guinea, the French Guinea, that is just below Senegal. I the first part of my career was in banking, so BNP Paribas in France, and then BBVA in Madrid after doing an MBA in IE Business School. And after a few years in BBVA, I decided to go to MIT in Boston. And when I came back, I decided to be more involved into the entrepreneurial sector. So I invested in different startups, and my core expertise is quantum computing. And right now I'm just finished to help the European Investment Bank as a quantum technology expert. I am a professor of deep tech also at IE Business School, and mentoring, helping startups and founders to have resources. And finally, I think the thing most important is I'm part of the Africa Quantum Consortium, that is a Pan-African initiative to federate all the initiatives that we have in Africa. And I have other projects coming up too. I'm pretty bullish on quantum. That is a technology that I think will disrupt the world as we know it. AI is showing us the way, and quantum is the next thing. So if you don't want to be left in the station of innovation, jump on board the train right now.
Could I get you to move an inch closer to the microphone, or scoot the chair a bit or something?
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, super. That's amazing. So, but what you are in this position now?
Yeah.
How did you get there?
Wow.
In the short version, what is the educational background? How did you, in the broader terms, end up in a space where you're both talking quantum technology, but also intercontinental African relationships?
Well, it's the community. I've been involved in this environment by interest. First, you participate to events, and you know people that you talk with, and they invite you to other events, and you gather with time a little bit of expertise that is going bigger and bigger and bigger. And I'm an engineer at core, and that is something that allows you to understand things, and you have to be a good listener, and not be afraid to ask questions. When you ask questions, you will be surprised the quantity of people that loves to answer questions. So you learn a lot, and once you learn, you're capable of answering, adding value around you. And something that is really important too, and I think is key, is connecting people like Nokia. I mean, I always the thing started for me the moment I started to help other people around me. Yes, I know that person. Do you know that person? Yes, and I put in contact. If this is the key, a community is based. The development of the community is based on of cooperation, and once you understand that, you will never be alone. And this community is smart people, and yeah, it's a small community. It's true, but we know each other. So I was part of those 300 people that send a letter to the United Nations to have the International Year of Quantum. So we know each other. We know, and this is key. You can add value. So be curious. Don't be shy to ask question and learn. Don't stop learning. And what is in quantum? Every day you have new things that are happening. So be curious and never stop to learn, because if the day you stop to learn, you're dead.
It's true. It's true. Working in quantum, the first thing you have to do is assume that everything you know is wrong.
Absolutely.
And then you can start building your knowledge on quantum.
It's Friedman that said if somebody says that he knows about quantum, he's either a liar or he's stupid. It's crazy.
Yeah. So the organization or company you're here with today at this conversation at Horizon Deep Tech, will you introduce this one for us as well?
You want me to introduce what is happening here, or my gig, my role here?
Well, your role at Horizon Deep Tech.
So I am moderator of. I just finished my second moderation of roundtable on quantum, of course, because it's my area of expertise, and I'm also in a few minutes will be judge in the startup competition. So I met Jaime a few years ago, and we collaborated from the beginning, and I was really happy that they thought about me to come here and moderate those individuals that are really high level individuals. So I'm happy to be here. Happy to, like I said, the community is the base of what we. If we want to be better, we need to help each other. So it's a pleasure for me to be here and help as much as I can.
Amazing. And you work in a quantum computing company as well?
I am an investor, so saying I work,
yes.
but it's not totally untrue, because I'm in the board of advisor of the quantum company I am invested in, and my job is to make sure that company is better every day. So every time I have the occasion to introduce that company to potential clients or talk about what they are doing, I am their business development manager in a sense, because if they get better, my investment get better. And physically, I was for the past year between Madrid and Luxembourg to the EIB, as I mentioned earlier, to help them on the quantum technology assessment on what are the mature startup in Europe that they could approach for their instrument of debt and equity. And I'm teacher of deep tech at IE Business School, at the IE School of Science and Technology. So the classes I'm making take some time, and I have the particularity in my classes to invite stakeholders in all the different areas, biotech, fintech, health tech. I am lucky enough to be in this type of community, so great professionals that are more than happy to go to school and give back to the community. So this is what I am doing,
And then you're also doing work in the intercontinental African relations community.
Exactly. I am more helping on the partnership that Europe could have with this AQ Africa Quantum Consortium, because I am participating to these events, but usually events that are in Europe. So I am participating with the BPI, that is the French bank of in the industry, Banque pour l'Industrie, in France, that have a lot of collaboration with African startups. So I try to bridge the gap between Europe and Africa. So I have some contacts here. Africa wants to be part of the conversation, so it's why I help connecting the dots. What I'm doing actually right now here in Quantum, I'm doing this at the intercontinental level.
Yeah. Did I hear correct also yesterday that you were moderating a speak about relationship between countries,
Yes.
where Africa was in the talk as well?
Yes. Yesterday I was moderating a panel, and I mentioned that Africa is one of one of the continent that needs to be part of the conversation. We have right now several faculty members that are high level that know a lot about quantum. What we are maybe missing is the hardware, but this issue can be tackled pretty easily, because either somebody can come with, you have different organizations that can bring quantum computer physically in Africa, or you have the cloud computing that allows to simulate that. And actually the company I invested in is one of those that you could access to different quantum computers via on the cloud. So yes, we need to have something to play with, and the researchers that are the PhD in quantum physics that we have in Africa needs to have access to those resources, and it's essential to. I think quantum is one of the biggest threats that we have in terms of inequality in the next few years. First of all, the day we'll have a quantum computer efficient enough to break all the system, nobody will tell you that. They will first break all the system, and then they will tell you, yeah, oh, by the way, we are capable of breaking that. So that is a threat. So I would hate to be the country that had to knock at the door of the US or China to tell them, can I have access to your computer because I want to do some stuff also. So it's really, in terms of sovereignty, it's important. In terms of, it's going to disrupt so many areas that we cannot just stay here and say, oh no, I will take care of that in 10 years.
Yeah, definitely. So do you think that I'll turn the question around and say you're passionate about quantum computing, quantum technology, but you're also passionate about strengthening the relationship between Europe and Africa and developing markets as well.
Absolutely.
Do you feel like Africa gets left out of the conversation of quantum computing?
We are lucky enough that we are starting everybody from scratch. There is no one that is really advanced. So that is something different when you talk about, if you want to do an analogy with the telecom back in the days, because we didn't have those the infrastructure to have the lines, optic lines and internet. But we jumped that. We went directly to the GSM.
Yeah.
So that, and we took advantage of that to develop our economy. You have several unicorns in Africa in fintech that use that technology. So now with quantum we are starting from scratch. So there is nobody that is above really in advance. And you have two things: you have the hardware and the software, and we can compete. There is no problem about that. Now, once you have the theory, and you have to be able to demonstrate that your theory is working. And there, yes, the lack of hardware could be a problem. But as I said, you have different ways to have access to that. So Africa is part of the conversation for sure.
Amazing. Amazing, because in so many other fields, people turn the blind eye to Africa.
Yeah.
It's like we just ignore it even exist.
Yeah, but Africa has its own brain and is capable of saying, okay, if absolutely. Nobody wants to bring us in a conversation, we are going to have our own conversation, and it's relevant enough. The quality of researcher that we have is amazing. So I am really bullish on quantum, and I know that the investment, the amount of dollars that are put by different organizations in the world is a testament to that. Definitely, it's not something that we have to ignore.
So maybe you can do one thing that I'm not been able to have anyone answer today at all. What does the really down to earth applications future in quantum look like? What is the dream scenario of what are we going to
The
use
dream
it for?
scenario.
What is the dream scenario? What are you going to use quantum computing for?
Quantum actually is already used. We don't know that, but in geolocalization, it's used to be able to know exactly. It's an alternative to GPS, so to localize on Earth. It's using quantum technology, quantum sensing. You have quantum sensing that is used to identify in mining. For example, we can know in the soil if we have oil, nickel, zinc, whatever, with quantum sensing. So that is things that are already existing. But the the, the, the promise of quantum is healthcare. We are capable of modelizing molecules in a way that we cannot right now. We in retail, the logistics, we can solve logistics problems that our computer right now are not capable of doing. In climate, we are capable of identifying new materials that will be able to be used in the batteries, so battery more efficient, so an impact on climate. We are capable of, with a quantum computer, powerful enough to calculate the emission, the CO2 emission, and modelize the emission of all the planet, and be able to identify exactly where the pollution is coming from, and how to mitigate it. Finance, you have portfolio simulations, Monte Carlo simulations that could be way more powerful. You have so many. It's for an investor it's a chocolate box, because you have so many things that will be affected by quantum that if one doesn't work, you have 10 of those direction that you can explore.
And most likely we probably will discover new areas of technology as well that we cannot even fathom now which areas will be.
So what I like to say, quantum computer will be able to answer questions we don't even have
we don't know how to do the question yet.
We don't have the questions yet,
and
we have the answer. And one thing, the nature is quantum, so we will be able to understand. We are trying to understand a world that is in one dimension with something with another dimension. The day we will have the quantum computer that is thinking like the nature, the world is it's another world we are going to live. And when you add AI and quantum, well, it's
the AI and quantum was also one of the things I spoke with one of the other participants about, that AI and quantum sounds like, on paper, the turning point at which we get Skynet and Terminators.
I will tell you something. The turning point is where an AI is capable of connecting himself to a quantum computer. That day, yes, things will go south, because it will have the power of a quantum computer and the intelligence of an AI.
Yeah.
If you mix the two of them,
and quantum computing will basically allow it to think original force.
To multiply your power by 1 million. So this is the if you want an analogy, to turbocharge your engine. You know, instead of having 1 horsepower, you will have 2,000. So you can imagine the capacity. It will be the AI will be able to perform operations way faster, more complex. I mean, it's it's you have to be careful.
But there's some debate on the timeline of these things.
Wow, I love that question. I love that question, because I have that, of course, everywhere. When they ask me, but I heard that it's not there yet. What do you think when you will have a quantum computer? So people say 15 to 20 years. Some CEO of big companies, when they say things, the actions of a quantum computing company goes down, and then he said, no, actually I was wrong, it goes up. So my bet, and I think between 5 and 10 years we'll have something relevant. And it's why it's important to invest now. And this is what I did a few years ago, because But it's never the best moment to invest when things are mature. You need to take some risk, and this is a mindset that maybe we are missing investors in Europe. You need to be a little bit more. I don't want to judge anyone, but I think the mindset in Europe is more risk averse, and it's something that you have to do. You have to jump and see where things goes. Yeah.
Amazing. Amazing. So we're actually already out of time. But thank you so much for joining us in the podcast here at Horizon Deep Tech. It was my pleasure having you. We could speak for days.
It's what I'm doing actually.
about deep tech, AI, and quantum computing. But for now, this is what we had, and I hope you have had an amazing time here.
I have,
and we'll have for the rest of the day. And good luck with judging at the pitching competition.
Thank you very much. It was a pleasure having you. And anytime you want to talk about quantum, you know where to find me.
Definitely. Thank you.
Thank you.